right, welcome back. It's time for a power check on the state of the technology sector. Apollo chief economist Torsten Slok is out with a new note with recent data that shows that AI adoption has been declining among companies with more than 250 employees. So what does that mean for those AI-adjacent tech companies? Investors will find out soon enough, as megacap tech name Oracle is set to report first quarter results after the markets close tomorrow, Tuesday. Joining us now with his outlook for the company, as well as some other tech names traders should keep an eye on, is Peter Andersen, the founder of Andersen Capital Management. Peter, this is a big deal. Let's start with a name that a lot of people know because of the event tomorrow, and that's where Apple is set to unveil possibly some new products. What do we think about the Apple trade overall, and what exactly does it mean in terms of the overall tech landscape?
Sure. Well, first off, I have been continuously disappointed in Apple and its products and its positioning. You know, I hate to be so critical, but a company like Apple that seems to be trying to pivot on investors' focus from, say, AI and software development to hardware development, that's what we're hearing a lot about tomorrow's update, seems to me kind of a head fake and ignoring the elephant in the room, frankly, which is where is Siri? Siri's results have been awful, and Apple Intelligence development has really been lacking. So it's quite an embarrassment, I think, in terms of AI efforts, but they're trying to reshift that focus onto their hardware development.
Now, from the hardware side of things, we're still talking iPhones, right? This is the kind of bread and butter for Apple. Does it really matter about, I mean, yes, I know it matters for artificial intelligence, but when it comes down to it, isn't this important to show just how much more iPhone can be a driver of the financial results in bulk at Apple?
I think so. And, you know, the incremental developments, I mean, one could argue, if you're really a critic of Apple, you could argue, has there been any innovation other than these incremental developments? You know, some people jest about, well, they're adding 5 lenses now as opposed to 4 lenses on their camera. So I think they're very vulnerable to that kind of criticism. And as AI continues to develop, they are obviously standing in the background. So they will attempt to focus the fact of new penetration and that the hardware offers new innovations. But in the long run, I do really think they have to focus on the software development. Now, one solution, of course, is you can buy a new iPhone and just download ChatGPT on it if you want. And that's a end around for their embarrassing absence in AI development. But I don't think that that's a long-term solution.
All right. Now, Peter, we're going to take a step slightly down the market cap ladder to Oracle. Big results coming out. Of course, a huge name when it comes to not just software and these days, cloud computing and AI as well. So what exactly are we expecting out of Oracle's results after the close tomorrow?
Well, I think we have to tie in your lead in, which was that latest report about how people are observing that the adoption rate of AI might be slowing. That is a major factor in all this, especially with Oracle's earnings, because Oracle, although they don't disclose it, about 80% or so is estimated of their revenues to be AI related in their cloud infrastructure, AI infrastructure. So if there is a slowdown in AI adoption, then we will definitely see some narrative from the company about maybe the spending rate will not continue at this ferocious pace that it has been year to date.
Oracle is also going to have a halo effect on other companies in the ecosystem that dabble or even are totally adjacent to things like AI. What other companies could be caught in that halo or ripple effect from Oracle if the results are uber bullish or uber bearish?
I would say any of the mid-cap companies or the large-cap companies, and frankly, even the larger companies that are poster children for AI development, this could be the canary in the coal mine where others start to focus and say, well, maybe all these other companies that have been spending so much CapEx on their AI development, maybe they also will strike a pause. Now, I'm not saying that this will happen tomorrow. I mean, they might. Listen, at this point, if the company even vaguely hints that there is a slight slowdown, that can be enough, in my opinion, to cause quite a panic sell in any of the companies that are related to AI development.
All right, and two more stocks to kind of focus on as we cap things off here, Peter. Robinhood, AppLovin, both being added to the S&P 500. Just how much of this is indicative of where the S&P is heading these days?
Well, first off, you do have the index effect, so we do have to comment on the performance of the two stocks today. I mean, it's an incredible upside performance, and I think you're right. As the S&P looks to add new membership, certainly they want to stay relevant to today's investor, and so these two companies are probably extremely relevant to some of the investors out there that are focusing on crypto. For instance, Robinhood has a great presence in promoting crypto, and I would actually say maybe pushing the envelope on the tokenization of public companies that are, well, frankly, companies that have not gone public but have some kind of representation. So I do think it is a sign. However, we don't know. I am predicting that in the next year there will be more of a slowdown in AI spending, and we should see then how that impacts new membership of the S&P 500, because I would expect if there is a slowdown in AI spending, then there also will be a shift of focus. I mean, I think it would be nice to just have a regular manufacturing company added to the S&P 500, but I think we'll have to wait to see if that will actually happen over the year.
All right. Peter Andersen, founder of Andersen Capital Management. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you again soon, sir.
Thank you.
All right.